You said you wanted us to rejuvenate the wilderness, and the old school team have listened. Mod Matt K is here to give us a rundown on what's going to draw you back to the PKers playground.
The wilderness was dark and it was dangerous, but the wilderness was empty. There was nobody in it, and there was nobody to kill in it. And of course the players came to us and said, that's not good enough, we need to change that. And the players came to us with a whole load of ideas which we're now going in game. We've got a whole load of stuff that players are going to absolutely love. The whole idea behind it is to get people into the wilderness and really revitalise PvP in old school. Let's start with the bosses. We've got 6 of them. 3 of them are going to be multiplayer bosses, so you're going to need to get your friends in to kill them. My favourite is probably the spider one. We're going to put that in a single player area so that only one player can start the combat on it. And you've got to lure it into the multi-way combat area so you can continue killing it. We've got the bear going in as well. We've got the skeletal warlord, all of which you're going to need to bring your friends for. Of course, if they're not really your friends, they might try and kill you instead, which is half the fun of it. We've also got the chaos fanatic, we've got the crazed archaeologist, and we've got the queen scorpion, all of which will drop a third of a special new shield which we're putting into game. One of the things that players came to us and said was the monsters in the wilderness, they're alright, but they're not particularly dangerous, they're not particularly high level. So we've put in some high level versions of the monsters that are already in there. They're going to have better drop tables, so there's going to be better rewards for those who want to risk more in there. We've got the dragon pickaxe going in, which is going to be particularly useful in the resource area right at the north of the wilderness, because the monsters in there are weak to your mining level. So you're not just looking at your combat levels to fight them, it's also your mining level. And the dragon pickaxe will give a special attack to make your mining level even better. We've got a mage shield going in, we've got a range shield going in, both which are going to be particularly useful, especially if you're going down to the Dagonoth Kings. They're sort of mid-level items, so there's going to be a lot of demand for those. One great idea our players had was the rune fountain, and it's a big obelisk that sits in the wilderness, and it allows you to cast any magic spell that you're able to cast but without using any runes. So for example, you've got a pile of Yulongs that you want to alch, you don't have the runes to do it, you can just hightail it up into the wilderness and try alching them before a PK spots you and tries to take your gold and your loot away from you. Another great idea our players had was a PvP God Wars dungeon. You can go in there and you can kill the Avances, for example. The difference between this dungeon and the non-PvP one is that the Avances will start dropping noted adamant bars. So you can grind in there and you can get some good loot in there, but every time you're in there, a player might come along and kill you and then take all your stuff away from you. So it's going to be a great resource for making yourself rich, but of course there's going to be the risk in there as well. The wilderness is all about high risk and high reward. With all the new updates going in, there's going to be loads more players. On the 13th of March, all these ideas will be in game. You guys need to be there.
Tune in next month for more old school news. And if you enjoyed this video, remember to like, share and subscribe to stay up to date on everything RuneScape.